I surprised the
Hello
clock.
and welcome to the BBU update number 145, also known as the Super Duper Special Admin Edition.
Yeah, super special awesome admin edition. Special awesome.
With sprinkles on top.
Yeah.
Speaking of sprinkles, man, we sprinkled from 525 to 527 this weeks.
Yeah. It's actually I've just checked volume levels as well and we're fine. It's actually only my second time doing the update with the new graphics. I forget how great it looks. When we were actually inputting the info for it, I was like, this is purple. Like, this felt wrong.
Yeah, but it looks quite dumb in like the PowerPoint, but it looks good here.
Yeah. It does. And that's why we have smart people tell us what to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are slowly on the up again. Some of that is due to the Lost Ark gamers coming in. We have F1 drivers coming in and out. We have VL players coming in and out. So our numbers will still fluctuate as we expect.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, it is a slow, steady rise. Honestly, we've been discussing this as a staff team a little bit, and we're quite happy with our numbers right now. Anyway, they've slowed down a bit, but we've got people in that we like to have in. So as long as that keeps being the trend, then we'd rather, as always, that's the case.
Yeah, definitely. Well, there's what to say. There's quite a few things. First of all, VL update. We have a now almost permanent BBU supporters chat.
Yeah.
And I was actually asked if we have a permanent one.
Maybe. Well, luckily, and it's also point 4. There's a staff meeting that's been delayed.
Imagine what I put on the agenda for that meeting. Could you guess, Alex? Could you guess?
So that'll be on the agenda for that meeting. And if there's anything else that you guys want to add to the meeting, message a staff member of any kind. If you're a Nitro Booster, there's a dedicated chat that you can post in as well. You can put it in there instead. And we'll talk about it at the meeting as a staff team. Speaking of Nitro Boosters, Donkey.
Man, Shadow Voss.
We're getting so good at this transition.
Is now a Nitro Booster. I think he was and then wasn't and now is again.
Yeah, well, he's been working. In fact, I don't want to talk too much about his personal life all over the internet and dox him, but Shadow has applied for a few new jobs recently, and some of them are looking kind of hopeful and are in the field that he really wants to be in. So, well done, Shadow, so far. Not just for getting interviews, but also putting in the effort. You know yourself, sometimes the hardest part about getting a job is actually like making yourself go look for them. So, big credit there. But yeah, hugely appreciate the Nitro boost, so thank you for that.
Well, and now, yeah. So,
He's trying to figure out how to talk about the state of the world.
No, I was just thinking of, can I do a cool segue? And it turns out, well, some things you just have to do overnight and suddenly. And this is one of the things. Yeah, no, so we all know the world, yes, Russia invaded Ukraine, with a military force of great proportions. And well, that meant that a lot of people wanted to talk about it. We put out, or Alex put out a PSA. And that's our stance on it. Like, keep a civil talk about it, and I think it's great. Hey, and you can be on either side of the fence. It's just be prepared to defend whatever you believe, and don't be a dick about it. Like, if you think Ukraine is right, and you like can't argue other than I think this, well, people are gonna tell you you're wrong, and vice versa.
Yeah, it's totally okay to discuss things, but please try to understand that there are people dying on both sides of this conflict, regardless of which side you do or don't support. Please feel free to discuss it, but do not argue and get into heated debates. Like, there's literally families being torn apart, right? So
And
uh,
like, it's I think it's important that people make a distinction between there is like the country which is the people and the country which is the government.
there's
Because
people in Russia all over have been arrested for protesting against the war.
yeah, and on the other side there's a lot of collaborators in Ukraine that thinks that Russia coming is the greatest thing ever because
Yeah,
they just want to be part of that again.
yeah.
I personally know people like that in Ukraine.
So so it, as always, was a pretty complicated thing. Feel free to discuss it, but just be aware of the other side. And again, if it does get out of hand, the staff member can always come and try to calm everybody down. I think is a question mark staff or help or
Yeah,
something.
question mark stuff.
Question mark staff. I just pinged all the staff members to make sure they're watching.
Man, they're gonna what?
um, and all of the staff members will rush straight there. So if you feel like somebody's gone too far or that the discussions tend to an argument, then just
Even
question mark staff.
important point, at least for me.
Look at that great example. Within less than 30 seconds, Viking replied, "What do you need assistance with, sir?" Like,
An important thing is, even if you like discuss something with me regarding this or anything else, if we disagree, as long as you're civil about it and doesn't really break any of the rules, I don't care that we don't agree.
yeah, it's okay to disagree. Like
Like
that's fine.
I might tell you that I think you're wrong, and here are my reasons why. And if
And then I might go, well, I think you're wrong, Donkey, and here's my reasons why. And there might be some crossover where we can go, oh, actually, that's a good point. Oh, actually, that's a good point. But I disagree with the other 80% of it.
yeah,
That's okay.
and then
And hopefully, what we will both do then is learn from that conversation from each other, and that's it.
and in the end, if you don't have any arguments, I'm just gonna think that you're an uphead, and then I'll go on with my life. But I won't ban you for it. Like,
True.
ever. And don't ever, and if you ever feel threatened in any way by a staff member or an admin, message somebody. Me, Alex, Wilder, Ian.
If you feel threatened by Donkey, then message me, and I'll batter Donkey. And if you feel threatened by me, message Donkey, and Donkey will batter me. But yeah, honestly,
yeah, so.
if you feel intimidated by any staff member at any point, or that they're kind of pulling rank in you, then just message another staff member. It will be dealt with anonymously if you want it to be. We have systems in place for that in the background.
Definitely.
So.
So let's move on. So, to other not great news.
The delay of the meeting instead of the delay of the meeting.
I couldn't decide what to write, so I decided to write that.
Today. It's
so
delay.
The meeting was supposed to be yesterday. Due to unforeseen
circumstances.
Yeah.
It's been pushed back till next Sunday, which is ideal because we didn't have an update last week, which we'll talk about later. So it basically means that you guys have a week basically to message staff members and say, hey, can we have this? Can we have this role? Can we have this channel? Can we have this bot added in? Can we change this rule? Can we do that rule? Blah, 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 blah. You've got an extra week to throw it all at us, and then we'll discuss it all on Sunday.
Yeah.
So.
And like, it can be anything. It could be like, hey, what are the BBU stance on this? Can we do this? Yeah. Let's move swiftly on to most important thing of the week, tops of the week.
Everyone's favorite.
I hate the fact
tops of the week.
That I can see the graph spikes in. Anyway, Alex, 112. That is the emergency number of Denmark right there.
I knew
that. Cup 107. Captain Com with 73.
That's Johnny.
70. And Ramirin, which is Marmite?
Callum. Yeah. Marmite, Biolates, Callum. Fucking up. Solo.
Yeah, 64. So close. Messages or chats. BL team chat. Then F1 Town, Lost Ark Town. Ooh, waiting. gains. Real Academy team chat 121 messages and chat time with 70.
Yeah, Chattown's been awfully quiet, but people have been spread out talking everywhere else. In fact, I'm surprised Lost Ark had that many messages. I'm surprised. But yeah, we shoot on over to the voice for the week. It's myself topping out the times for quite a bit by myself this week, actually. There hasn't been consistent people to hang around with, it would seem. With 51.5 hours. Ken Fresno, which is the lead ADC for the Valent team, with 19 hours. Kez Freno, the mid laner for the Valence team. Captain Cum, the top laner for the Valence team. And Kevin of Chaos, which is CJ, which is one of the new guys to the Discord, coming in 5th with 15 hours. And considering he's on American time, that's a reasonable amount of time. So good job him. Top voices for the week though, it's 76 hours for Gaming 1. A lot of CK3's been going on. Some Elden Ring's been going on in there as well, I believe. With the new guys, I haven't been playing that. It's not my jam, and of course some Lost Ark 2. Balance League again, practice from the lads. They have been really tinkering with the edge of making playoffs right now, so that's something that they're really pushing, and they've been practicing against diamond teams too, so awesome, keep that up. Gaming 2, again, much of the same as Gaming 1, except with 39 hours. The talk room, 35 hours, people hanging out talking. In fact, we were doing that just earlier, Donkey. I believe we have plans to do that for the next couple of hours. People want to come and play games or hang out. Myself, Donkey, and good old Big Half are going to be there chilling, hanging out, 3 big fellas, not drinking but pretending we are and just chatting away. So if you want to come join us, you can. And the Valent Academy team.
Man, I dropped one for nothing.
17.5 hours in. And again, the Academy team results haven't been good in terms of like end result of the games, but the growth of the team, which is what we was aiming for this split, is actually been really good. If you look at us now compared to the start, then it's a lot better. And considering we're in Division 3 when we expected to be in Division 4, actually leads us into a situation where we're pretty confident that next split we'll probably win. So good job to everybody in VL Academy keeping the mental up where we can. Last game is getting played today.
You want to hear sick improvement?
Yeah, so, last game is getting played today.
I was in your supporters the other day watching a game. And man, I was saying, man, they picked that champion over that, and like what? And I think it was Johnny in the chat. He was like, "What is this world? Why do you know that?" And I was like, "I'm actually good." He was like, "Did you mean the fact that you're actually good at League?" Yeah, obviously, I just play with you. Like, and then yes, it ruined it. It was like, BL has graphs on the screen. You can see who I am. And I was like, shut up.
Donkey slowly becoming a League pro without ever touching the game.
Man. But yeah, that's thinking about.
Have you seen Meme of the Week?
Yeah, I upvoted it. I thought it was key, and when I seen it, I was like,
"What is this?" Like,
so I'm not one to judge, right? But what gender is that thing?
Well, so the meme, it's interesting. We were scrolling through AOE Twitches to watch something while we were like 20 minutes to kill. And we seen the thumbnail of this delightful individual. And we were like, again, a bit judgmental. That's not the kind of person you see playing Age of Empires 2 typically. So it caught our interest and we joined in, and man, she was screeching. Like, she didn't talk, it was all screaming at all times. So we wanted to ask her, like, do you normally play? Like, what's going on? So now followed, because you have to be a follower to ask, but then you have to be a follower for 10 minutes. But as he followed, I was like, well, this is a signature moment that I can capture on the internet forever. So that's what happened.
Was she a good streamer, or like?
No, she was absolutely atrocious to watch. She was deafening. She literally screamed everything. Like everything. We couldn't. We were trying to figure out where she was from, because she didn't have like a very typical English accent. She lives in America at the moment, but she could have moved there because she didn't really sound American either. And again, like she looks very much English girl trying her best to be makeup cake English girl to me. But that could just be part of our online persona, right? We don't know. We don't know. But
I'm
yeah,
actually
her
skinny
Twitch
in
name
real
is
life.
the same as her in-game name there, Meowthy. So if you do want to support her and you think she looks interested and fun, you can do so. Twitch.tv/Meowthy. Feel free to drop her a follow.
We have a new game for Clip of the Week.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Press him, alright. Oh, what in the fuck? I just got absolutely creamed. What in the fuck? Can I?
Coke.
I'm glad that he got done twice.
Get on.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that clip. Where you got that?
No, it's him.
I know, but I don't know where
did
he
you
got the
switch?
clip from. I assume his
It's his
Switch.
Switch. Oh. Probably, yeah. Yeah. Alright, so if you got any questions, guys, yeah, throw them in the chat now and we'll get through them. Donkey, why was there no update last week?
God.
Well,
Like,
I mean, in 3 years, guys, we're bound to miss a few here and there. For unavoidable instances happening or just straight being a human.
yeah.
Last week was one of those occasions.
And I
And
apologize.
it came down to
And
it was really weird. I thought about it. And I was like, huh, was there an update today? Yeah, they probably just didn't post. And I just didn't even think to go check their YouTube or anything, and I should have.
And who was
And then I
supposed
could
to
have been like, hey guys, update.
And you were the one that was supposed to co-host it as well.
I think so, yeah. And I think that's probably why I forgot, because usually I am not scheduled in for updates. The way we do it is the moderators queue in weeks, and then I kind of fill in as the sub for every one of those if somebody has to stop out. But yeah. Yeah, so apologies guys. But like we said earlier, it does give you the chance to get your things in if you want anything discussed by the staff team. Literally anything at all. And send it to a staff member, and we'll discuss it on Sunday, as we always do.
Yes.
Anything else you want to add? No.
No, I think that's it. Thank you everybody for watching, and we will see you all next week. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye guys. Da, 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 da.